2017 due to its price to performance ratio and excellent build quality. Today we'll take a look at its newly released big brother, the Elegoo Saturn, and see if it can produce the same high detail models despite its much larger build volume. As with most resin printers, the assembly was minimal and the calibration was as easy as lowering the bed until it firmly held the included bed level card in place, then tightening two screws to secure the build tray position. The fit and finish on this machine is excellent. I was happy to see two linear rails on the Z-axis as opposed to one on the Mars. This ensures the Z-axis stays well aligned with rigid drift. This machine boasts a 2560 by 1600 resolution masking LCD and a build volume of 200 on the X, 160 on the Y, and 200 on the Y. That's larger than my first FDM machine build volume. Resin printers are mainly used to produce small intricate things like jewelry, tabletop miniatures, and larger high detail models that would be challenging for an FDM machine. So I set up some tests for each of those categories.
So that's one of the printers that we'll be dealing with today. Quick little look at this review. And yeah, so we'll be doing 2 unboxing today. Thanks for coming in, everybody. So yeah, we're going to be unboxing those in about 20 minutes time when Henry gets organized and ready to go. But for now, in the beginning, you guys are welcome to join us and come in to the chat on the StreamYard here, and that way you'll actually be able to ask questions right to Henry when he joins us, and you'll have the first question and answer opportunities. If you're in the chat, it's a little bit delayed, and sometimes your questions might not get answered. So if you want to join us, you're more than welcome to. We've got about 20-25 minutes or so before he joins us, so the beginning of this stream is just going to be hanging out for a bit and talking about anything you guys want to talk about. I was going to delay the stream, but I didn't find out until later that he's going to be a little bit late. So welcome in, guys. Thanks for coming in. Dave Ennis, Rita Pidiglama, Non-Fam, Blind Neil, Non-Fam. Yeah, thanks for coming in, guys. Dave Ennis, we're going to be talking about printing here today. Welcome in. If you want to join us, feel free. But 3D printing related, so yeah, once we get these resin printers unboxed today, it'll be quite the move into the stream. But right now I'm still working on parts for my battle droid, and it's going really well. So if you guys got any questions, feel free to type in the chat or come knock on the door. So I'm just going to show a quick little video from Creality. This is the other printer that we'll be unboxing later today. And this is called the Creality LD-002H. Hey guys, thanks for coming in. Right on, right on. So that's the Creality version that he'll be unboxing in a bit. Thanks for coming in, guys. He's going to be a little bit behind, but didn't want to change the time of the stream just to suit that. So if you guys want to come in, the link to StreamYard is in the chat. Feel free to pop in and say hello. Show off what you want or whatever you want to talk about. I'm pretty open as long as it's 3D printing related. And yeah, Henry will be popping in and he can start his unboxing and we'll get right to it. But until then, yeah, hang on in there. Thanks for coming in early and checking out the stream.
Hey guys, welcome back to another.
What's up, Rat? This is the other printer that we'll be doing today. So feel free to check this out. This is a quick little video.
Elegoo has a new printer that's called Saturn, and it is quite a bit larger than the Mars. And if you've been following resin printers, you know that the Mars is one of the most popular printers. So I really have high hopes for the Saturn. I have a feeling it's going to be very impressive. So in this video, we're going to unbox it, set it up, and do some testing. All right, so let's get started.
So it's a nice build volume. A little bit bigger, I think, than the Creality one that it's showed. I like the display on this one. It looks really nice. Just the overall build, it looks nice in comparison. Interested to see how it works. It looks like it's pretty dope.
Alright, so the Saturn printer comes with this box here, and behind the picture of what it looks like in the front. So the box is definitely a pretty large size. There's another picture here. But just keep in mind that it is a little bit larger than you would think for a resin print. Alright, so let's get this thing open. So there's probably a few ways you can open this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it around and just pull the box out. And wow, this thing is definitely quite large. So there was styrofoam all around it that got left in the box. So it's packed very well. So the little box here on the top. So yeah, this is definitely a really nice size because they're usually smaller than print, and it seems like that's one of the limitations for them. But it's like Saturn is giving us the size that we can really expand, or we can print with resin print. So it is protected by all this plastic. And by the way, this thing has definitely got a little bit of weight to it. And definitely a really nice metal. Let's pull this cover off. Set it to the side there. We've got a lot more foam inside. Lots of beefy protection. Here we can see the build plate. It's definitely quite large. It's got like this matte aluminum finish on the bottom. So it does look like it has a little bit of grain to it. It's not smooth. And that's really helpful. And then we have a nice paper top, so the resin runs off on each corner. Very nice and good design. And we have a beefy connector here with a bolster. So this
like to be a ball joint that you can adjust by these two bolts here. More foam. Let's take a closer look at it so you guys can see better. The Z-axis is very beefy. So you've got two linear rails. Everything is metal. It looks like aluminum. Even here on the top, everything is high quality. So it is using some kind of optical sensor right there. That's how it knows where to start from. And I'm really liking the tub here because they incorporated it from the Mars Pro, which has very slim bezels and can fit more resin in here. Not only that, it eliminates the weight of handling it and also just more attractive looking. So we have two knobs here, but if we unscrew them, quite a long bolt, this tub should just come right out. Here on the sides, you can see it has little handles on each side to raise it up. Very nice. So that's what the bottom looks like. And this is removable. So one interesting detail I'm noticing is these bolts here, they actually stick out past the tub. So they're kind of like feet. So when you set this thing down like this, you're not sitting on the screen itself, which is quite important because a lot of times when you're pulling this thing out, you want to set it down like this because it has resin in it. And you are not really able to set it down on anything because you'd be setting it straight on the screen. But here it has little feet. So there's a little gap that keeps it from touching the bottom. But not only that, it also
Hey, 3D printing, Joey.
the tub up.
It's the audio settings, bro. Sorry, man.
That's for those bolts to fit in. And it literally locks it into it. That's a really smart design compared to, having a little groove somewhere. So it's very clever how they designed it. So here we have the screen, and this is where the images are projected for the resin to cure. And it looks like there's a little protective plastic over it. You can see those bubbles there. So a beautiful machine, and it definitely feels pro.
So yeah, that's
I'm gonna go ahead and put this.
One of the review videos of the Elegoo Saturn. Sorry, I was off doing stuff, and then I came quickly back to Roll Joint and realized I shouldn't be playing it for very long, of course, because it's other people's. But if you want to look up Creality and their printer, obviously the Creality website or Creality YouTube channel. Let's see if I can fix my audio. Audio sounds better coming from this microphone. If my audio sounds better now, press a 1. If my audio sounds worse, press 2. If you don't care, press 3. Thanks for coming in, guys. Audio adjustments, I guess, maybe, and just getting some things tweaked out over there. I just contacted Henry. He'll be in pretty soon. So I appreciate you guys coming in, hanging out, and waiting with me. And we'll get to this started pretty soon. Two is worse? Wait, I can't remember what 2 was. Well, if you don't like the audio now, I can switch it back to the other setting. Let's see here. Okay, I think my audio settings are a lot better now. Let me know in the chat if you think it's better. But anyway, thanks for coming in, guys. Appreciate everyone. 3D Printing Joey, new to the channel. Feel free to like and subscribe, and keep coming in and checking out new content. There's a lot more live stuff going on this channel than there is actual content videos. I'm going to change that, but it's just really hard to actually sit down and film each print that I do and stuff. But if you know my channel, you've been around, you've probably seen a bunch of stuff that I've already printed. So R2D2, fixing this head, putting some panels on it in the past little while. Printing a couple other smaller ones, like the tiny little chopper here. and actually fitting him for a Bluetooth speaker that's going to sit inside of him. He's just going to be a little Bluetooth tube. And then I've got a bunch of other stuff like this battle droid behind me on my Ender 3 Max. I'll be running this thing pretty much steady. I updated with the silent board, so the silent board is nice, but the problem is I don't have proper firmware for it for the Ender 3 Max, because Creality doesn't have a Ender 3 Max Marlin that it can run on there. So I'd have to update Marlin code, which I'm not 100% into yet. So I'll deal with that another time. But for now, this thing prints at an Ender 3 size instead of the Ender 3 Max, which is okay. But if I do want to print bigger stuff later on, I'll just swap boards back until things get figured out for the firmware. If anybody who wants to help me figure that out, feel free, let me know. But all it is taking the Ender 3 code and changing the size in the firmware. So it's not too hard, but I just don't know anything about that stuff. Andrew, you had to redo a bunch of work? That sucks, man. I had to do that today, too. My job, we did a bunch of work, and then the customer came down and was like, no, actually, we wanted it like this. We're like, really? What the heck? We did it like that, and then they were like, yeah, maybe we didn't really want it like that. I was like, really, man? Come on. That's obviously to deal with customers. But you're doing work you already did. Maybe you lost it. Oh, you lost it. Yeah, I see that now. You lost the work you did. That's no fun. You're doing work and all of a sudden the computer stops or your printer fails or something. All of a sudden you're just like, damn it. I think my camera's going poopy again. But thanks for coming in, guys. Still waiting back to hear from Henry, which hopefully he will be in soon. Otherwise, we are just hanging out and waiting for his arrival. I feel like we're kind of waiting for Santa Claus. But if you guys got any questions in the chat, I know I'm not really somebody to be asking questions to, but maybe you got some questions for Henry later. I don't know. Whatever, I guess. Thanks for coming in, guys. Henry says, great, we'll be here soon. Mika Steve, how you doing, buddy? Like I said, if you guys want to come in and be a part of the panel, that way you can help get through this process of unboxing and kind of ask Henry any questions you might have. See if you want to get into printing maybe, or you just want to hang out. I'll be muting people once Henry starts talking more or less, but definitely welcome to hang out. I only have one rule. It's about 3D printing and, no politics. But come in and hang out, relax. some really good inspiration for people who are wanting to print stuff and kind of tired of printing the same old thing and want new ideas and inspiration. This is definitely a good clips. This is Wild Rosebud. She does a lot of really, or she or he maybe, they do a lot of really amazing prints. They're really cool stuff. Super cool. All glow in the dark. Super cool. Thanks, man. Hey, Ryan Thorpe. Thanks for coming in, Ryan. We're just waiting on Henry. He should be in pretty soon here, and we'll be starting the unboxing. For now, we're just sitting back watching some clips. This one is from Wild Rosebuds Builds, amazing channel, and also on Instagram. Same name. I can't wait to start doing a lot of time lapse like this with my Octoprint. It's a really great, amazing idea. I don't know how I got the camera to stay with it. Oh man, that's an amazing idea. Check them out if you haven't checked out Wild Rose Builds. Do so now, because they have an amazing channel. A lot of time lapses, a lot of really cool stuff that gets you inspired to print different stuff. Even different filaments too. Some of the silk and like glitter type filaments they use, just mind blowing. It's almost cool just to print them just because of the colors they can really come up with. That was from their 3D printing time lapse Halloween compilation from the Prusa Ender 3. All that was from the Ender 3. So they have different videos that are uploaded for different printers. So it's kind of cool to see time lapses of different printers doing different things. But of course, once you do printing enough, or even just a little bit, you're going to get fails. We all know this. That's just reality. But the problem is, this is what you get sometimes. Sometimes it can be amazing all the way through, and then it will fail, one little thing. It's so satisfying until something just falls right off. Yeah, like it comes off the bed. Bed heater. Huge. Oh. Spaghetti! Massive overhang. Oh man, that's super cool. And it's gonna fail soon. Yeah. Layers weren't good. Oh, is it gonna reach it? Is it gonna reach it? Is it gonna reach it? Oh, my arm fell off. Damn it. And it got all hairy afterwards. Almost saved it. Wow, that's complex. Printing a wreath. Dude, all that for nothing. And it just kept on going. Unfortunately, it just kept on going. Nobody stopped it in time. And there goes a whole little farm. Goodbye.
This video is brought to you in part by Teotronics and their whole home mesh Wi-Fi system. With tri-band Wi-Fi channels.
No. We don't do that here. We don't do that here. Yeah, sometimes you have really amazing failures. Sometimes you get really amazing prints. Sometimes you get the midway between two. Sometimes you get a really nice print, but it screws up just a little bit in the middle or something. It can be a nightmare. So printing with good quality materials, allowing you to sand it and get rid of those crappy edges, and or just dialing in your printer. It takes a lot, but it's not amazingly hard to do. You just have to be patient and go through all the steps over and over, making slight adjustments, not like huge adjustments. But yeah, you can do it. Anybody can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. I'm waiting for Mr. Henry to knock on the door. He has the link to get in, so he'll be here pretty soon. I keep saying that, but I feel like I'm missing something. So if you guys got printers at home, put them in the chat. Let people know what you got, what you're using on a daily basis. Yeah. Do you use a resin printer at all? No, because the tree would be the 3D printer in that case. You would just be cutting into the 3D printed object. Curving is still a making skill. Yeah, exactly.
Yo, hello. Can you hear me?
We can hear you great, crystal clear.
Awesome. That's great. Hey, everybody. Let me just open YouTube as well, just so that I can reply people's message if they have any. Give me 1 second. So I'm
No
so
problem.
excited. Yeah,
Welcome in.
it's been so long since I wanted to open up my resin printers, and it seems like a lot of fun. So
Right.
yeah.
Edge asks if my new board is working better now. So yeah, it's working great, but I never got to actually fix the coding properly. So it's still printing at the Ender 3 size, and it's printing on the far left because that's where 0 axis is. So I'm waiting for a new board that Henry told me to get. So that's coming in the mail, and once that comes in, I'll have to figure it out. But for now, it's doing fine. It prints great. So
Yeah, I recommended Marcel the Big Tree Tech E3 Turbo board. So that board is actually made for Ender 3. So it's a pretty robust board. So you should check out. There's a plenty of YouTube video online talking about it. Like other people have done plenty of reviews. So
yeah.
go check it out. So,
Oh yeah, for sure.
let's see. Yes, I am in YouTube, and then there I am. Great. Okay.
When I can help you out with the chat and stuff while you're doing the unboxing, and I'll just throw up messages.
Sure. Okay. So I have two printers here. I have the Creality LD-002H, and also the Elegoo Saturn. So for those who actually don't know the difference between the two, both of them are actually like really good resin printers. So the main difference between the two is one of them is 2K resolution, the other one is 4K. So Elegoo Saturn has like a bigger build plate and also a higher resolution LCD screen. I think it's MSLA 4K, or no, it's a mono screen. And then the the Creality LD-002H is a 2K LCD. So which one does people want to see me unbox first? Just curious. Looking at the chat. I want a resin printer so that I can print a Mac Pro style front panel for my ZTech H7000. Yeah, actually, I think like resin printer is actually great. The fact that it can print really high resolution, but Ryan, you gotta consider, is it better to just maybe get an FDM printer, because for a front plate like that, you really don't need like a super high resolution printer. So yeah. Oh, so Ryan said pattern. No, sorry, Saturn. So cool. Okay, so I will bring out Elegoo Saturn. Okay. Whoa. So it's a heavy one. Let me grab my knife. Kind of thirsty, so I'm gonna do some drinks. All right.
Sorry, Edge. Creality will have to be second.
Don't worry. Like I'll unbox this one, and then I'll unbox the Creality one. So before I go into checking out some of like the physical differences between the two, and I'll have them actually side by side. So it won't be too long.
You're not going to start printing with one and then unbox the other one. That would take forever.
No, not yet. I mean, it takes a while to set it up, right? So let me see if I can.
True, yeah.
All right. Got some foam pieces. Let's see what we got in here. So it has a very nice user manual. So I probably need that later on when I set it up. So I think I got this printer when it's pre-sale. So it actually came with like 2 free FDP film as replacement, an extra. So all right. Okay, so I might have to actually do this on the floor because I'm actually not tall enough to lift this up. Give me a sec, guys. Wow, it's heavy. I don't want to drop this.
Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you don't mind. Thanks for coming
Yeah,
in.
subscribe to the channel. It's actually kind of hard to get it out.
Yeah, I bet.
Okay, you know what? There's toolkit that comes with it. It's much easier to grab the printer. Wrapping. Ooh. All right, so
Saturn.
there you go. Hey, Dan, good to see you. I don't do unboxing too often, but sometimes I feel like it's cool. It's good to do unboxing. Hello, Tauga, how are you? All right, so there is the Saturn. Let me see if I can move this back just a little. Well, I'm gonna also unbox the. There's nothing left. That's just the box. It's pretty sturdy, I say. Okay, and then now I'm also gonna unbox the LD-002H at the same time. Okay, so
Hey, thanks for coming in. Dan.
Cool, thanks, Dan. Okay, so just as a disclaimer, I bought the Elegoo Saturn out of my own money, and the LD002H was actually I won it from Creality in one of the lucky draws. Okay, so I did not buy this. I bought this. So, but people say good review for both of them, and I mean having an extra one is always a plus. I say. Hey Marcel, and it's a good thing that you live so close to me, right? So
Yeah, right. And when you get bored of one, I have to buy one.
yeah. So for people who don't know, usually, like YouTube friends, like people are we all scatter across the different country. But for some lucky reason, me and Marcel, we literally just live like 5 minutes away from each other. Literally 5 minutes. So
Yeah.
small world. Okay.
Vancouver, BC. It's a small world here.
Yeah. So that's the I'm gonna unbox that.
Oops. Does it tell you? Do you already know which one is bigger than the other, build wise?
I'm sorry.
You know.
Actually, yeah. The Elegoo Saturn is 192 by 120,
Right.
and the LD-002H is smaller. So, like when I actually unbox it, I'm actually going to compare the two. So
yeah, totally. Cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hey, Maria, thanks for coming in. Feel free
Hello,
to-
Maria. So I was at Maria's stream earlier. So they're also like, Maria's from Creality. So and she's very nice. Always help us out.
I'll be checking it.
Okay. So that's the I think something's dropping. Give me a sec. I am going to take the printer out. Okay. It's also a very heavy box.
Careful.
Sweet package. I really should like actually open the box from the bottom and then actually lift it up. So
Oh, that's a good idea.
I open from the top. Ugh. I'm like, you're not supposed to do this.
Just fold it back up again and
There you go.
Superman.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Carefully place this down. So lots of foam. Put it back.
Thanks, Ron Fam. We appreciate it.
Hello, Nom Fam. Well,
Wing Mang Wang. I think I said that right. I hope. Thanks for coming in.
okay. There you go. Oh, it's hot. That's what we have here. So for the ld002H, it comes with the power cord, and then USB. Second. Comes with the it also comes with extra film.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, which is quite nice. So, and in the little package here, it has brushes. We all need brushes, right? So, and then scrapers, some Allen keys, and filters. Filters are useful because when you're draining the vat, you gotta pour it in. I actually printed a nice upgrade for a resin printer, like for actually pouring the vat resin back to the bottle. I can show you guys later. So there is a scraper. Bunch of user manuals, after sales card, and a USB. So nice.
Very good.
So that's about it for the ld002H. I'm gonna put everything back.
I'm a little bit out of touch of 3D printing, resin printing, but what is the brush for? Like, I've never used a paintbrush type thing for printing. What is that for?
That's a very good question, Marcel.
Yeah.
Maybe just to dust things off, because usually for resin printers, you need, let's say, you need the usually you use the plastic scrapers. You need a lot of isopropyl alcohol, but that's a very good question that I can't answer at the moment. I don't know. I don't know what that's for, but when I find out, I'll tell you.
I love it when and FDM printers come with, you know, the cutters and the spatula and everything, right? And you're like, all right, cool. And
Yeah.
sometimes you just don't get anything, and you're just like, all right, well, I guess I'll just have to get some new cutters.
Exactly, right? So the printer tapes up really well. I gotta open it from the bottom.
Getting lots of friends coming in. Jay Lee, thanks for coming in. Such a handsome man. I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you so much.
Oh, thanks.
Maybe for Henry, but I'll take it as for me too. Just kidding. Which one's taller? The other one's taller.
The other one's taller, actually.
Wow.
Yeah, you can tell. But the funny thing is, like, both of them actually have like a matching sort of cover, so which I like. So
Yeah, kind of cool.
because for any cubic, they uses like a yellow cover. So so this one's orange. So
Isn't the Mars yellow cover?
the good thing about the LD-002H is it's lighter, so it's easier for me to actually open it.
Right,
There we go.
the prices. Well, prices in Canadian.
Wow. More foam.
Yeah, back with foam.
Let's see. Where is the build plate? I'm very curious. So, oh, okay. So the build plate is hidden inside the top foam pieces. I'm just trying to figure out how to open it. Oh, so it's very clever. They have a nice little flap which you open. And then the build plate is nicely tucked inside. So, okay, that's the build plate. All right, so let's put this back. Okay, so now we have unboxed all the foam pieces from the LD-002H. And I will place the build plate on top for people to actually see. So just maybe just to quickly talk over like the construction between the two. So both printers are made out of metal, so at least for the main body. So, and then the main difference, even like for the cover, the UV cover, it's also orange plastic. So what I like about both machine is the fact that the edges are chamfered, so it's really easy to just to hold. So I like it. And in terms of aesthetic differences, the Elegoo Saturn, I'll see if I can zoom in the other camera here. Yeah. So it has this nice anodized orange ring to it. So, but aside from that, the exterior, it looks relatively the same. Okay, but in the front though, in terms of switches, I see I can pull this back just a bit. Well, maybe I'll lift this up. So there's a switch in the front for the Creality resin printer, whereas the Elegoo Saturn, the switch is in the back. So I think it'd be slightly more convenient for the Creality printer because I can simply just press on and off in the front. Whereas the Elegoo Saturn, I have to reach out to the back to do so. You can also see that in terms of the USB ports. USB ports. Oh. So the LD-002H, it has the USB port on the side, and then for the Elegoo Saturn, it's also on the side as well. It's on this side. So, okay. I'm gonna also unbox the Saturn, and then we can talk about some of the internals. Whoa. All right, so it has foam pieces just to protect the plate. See if I can pull the foam out. All right. So the build plate is sandwiched in between the two foam pieces. So I'm gonna pick that out. It's right there. And we can actually see. I'll put the cover back on top.
Thanks. I forgot about that.
And then the build plate as well. So the two difference.
Wow, that's huge.
About almost the build plate for the Saturn, it's about almost 1/3 bigger than the ld002H.
So I got a question that might be interesting. So I know on FDM printers, sometimes the firmware only allows you to print.
It has the power adapters.
So there's no like entire
cables. Very useful. It has the USB screwdriver. Also a metal scraper. It also come with a little snipper plier. So like that. Extra supplies, nuts and bolts. Again, also rubber scraper for cleaning out the resin vats, as well as some strainers, and also gloves, which is quite handy. But I also brought extras. So, all right, there you go. That is the toolkit. All right. Okay. Let's see. Then let's talk about the inside. I always find like unboxing resin printers, not that I have unboxed many of them, but I usually unbox like 3D printers, like FDM printers, like the Creality CR6 or the Ender 3V2, or even like the Prusa. That those printers took quite a while to build. Maybe like it has gotten a lot easier, like the CR6 SE right there. But the Prusa took a long time, like over 20, 30 hours.
Wow.
Like resin printers are really pretty much like pre-assembled, like everything it's like done for you. So it's quite easy. Let's see. All right, bye, Sean. You gotta go back to work. Okay, let's take a look at the kind of like the main z-axis. Like there's a big difference between the two. Let me see if I can get a good camera angle here. There you go.
Thanks, JD.
Okay. Okay, so the Elegoo Saturn, it comes with, let me pull it back slightly further to get a better angle. There you go. So the Elegoo Saturn, it has like a dual rail, linear rail system. So it provides more stability when it comes to lifting the print on and off, because I'm not an expert in resin printers, but basically like it cures the resin and then each layer of resin and then it pulls it up, right? So having like dual linear rail is actually provide a better print quality. But also the fact that because it has linear rail, like this printer is way more expensive than the Creality LD-002H. So for the Creality one, it has a single linear rail, so it's also really good, really stable as well. So yeah. And in terms of the vat, both vat is actually like the vat is like the container that you pour the resin in. Both is actually made out of metal. The knob, I would say the knob on the Creality one is actually like slightly better in terms of ergonomics. It's easier to, it's bigger, more bigger grooves, whereas the Elegoo Saturn, it has just like smaller ribs. So I prefer that. It's easier. Yeah. So both very solid machines. All right. Okay. So yeah. And let's see. I mean, there's not much more to it other than the fact that I got to turn it on and then remove the film and try to do some test prints. So Marcel, do you have any questions for me? I think Marcel is frozen. Let's see. Let's see. Don't fall asleep. Did he fall asleep? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where Marcel go. So I guess now it's my show. So maybe I can. Yeah, I think he got disconnected. Yeah.
I'm here. I just had to go to the bathroom.
Hey, but maybe I should turn on the
Can you hear me?
turn on one of the machine and see for myself.
Can you not hear me?
Goes. Let me just put one of them down to the floor.
Hello?
Marcel, yeah, it's gone.
You can hear me, can you? You can't hear me? You can't hear me.
Okay, Tim has a question. So, what's the difference between a 3D printer and resin? I don't know about resin printer.
Hello?
Okay, so, and Marcel's back. Okay, so the main difference between 3D printer and resin printer, in fact, it's the more correct term is FDM printers, fused deposition printing, which means imagine you have a glue gun and then you squirt a layer of glue on a print surface. And then afterward, you go to the next, you go a little bit higher and then you squirt out more more glue, right? I mean, so you just kind of like build up layer by layer. So if you look at a FDM machine, like any kind of 3D printer, so it uses that kind of mechanics. So we call it Cartesian. So it builds up. So and but there are different type. There's like Core XY, Scala, and all that. So, but majority of the FDM machines are Cartesian, so it builds up layer by layer. Just imagine a glue gun. Let's see. Can I hear Marcel? No, Marcel, we cannot hear you.
No, you can't hear me at all. Not at all.
We can hear you. So you got to check your audio. So, but for resin printer, it's completely different mechanic. So resin printer is you pour resin into a vat. So a vat is like the tray where the resin sits. So you see that it has this. Okay, let me just move the Elegoo Saturn on the floor for a sec.
How about now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Then,
you guys on YouTube can hear me, but he can't hear me.
okay, so so there's the vat. Then because at the bottom there's like an LCD screen. So the LCD screen, it sits in the bottom. So the LCD screen actually clears the UV. And doing so, the plate will go down, and then the UV will clear one layer, and then it will pull up, and it'll clear another layer. It'll go up. So by the time, I say if you're printing a lot of miniatures, let's see, wait, everyone hear me, but yeah, I cannot hear Marcel either. But for some reason, yeah, Marcel, I can't hear you either. So for some reason, but people can hear me, right?
We can both hear you. Like, just keep going.
Cool. So yeah, so basically like it clears layer by layer, and it just pulls it up like from the liquid. So it's pretty cool. So I say if you're like just starting out into resin, like into like doing resin, just buy like a cheap resin printer. Like they go on sale quite often, and there's a lot of really good really affordable brand like the Creality LD-002H. That's really cheap, under $200, I think. I mean, the screen may not the LCD screen may not last as long, and it might not be as high resolution. I mean, it's still going to be high resolution than FDM by any means. So there's no reason to go out and buy like Anycubic Mono X or Elegoo Saturn if you don't need to. But of course, if you want big print, high resolution prints, go for it. So yeah. Hi Tina. So yeah. So Tina, I just unboxed the ld002h and also the Elegoo Saturn. So I'm just explaining the concept of resin printing to some people. Yeah. So okay. See if I can turn it on.
Yeah, thanks everybody. He can't hear me, but it's all good. So he'll just keep her going and
somewhere
and messenger or through the chat here, and we'll keep going through the process here and show you all the details that we can. And I'm just here as a support anyway.
So this is so funny. So this is hilarious. Okay. Let me see.
Tell us a joke. Joke.
So they actually.
It's actually funnier. He can't hear me.
Guess what?
Nice connection. You can't plug it in.
Come out of the box. I think they forgot to switch out the North American plug. So I got the Asian plug, I guess. So it wouldn't work.
European.
unless I get an adapter of some sort. But let me take a look at the printer. So, but the printer is going to be okay, right? The printer.
Looks like Tim Jackson should get it for free. We'll send it to him soon.
The printer itself. I don't know if you can see this. So it will work. Like it supports AC 100 to AC 240. So it will work. I mean, if I can find a plug. Maybe Tim said send it to Tim.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That'd be a really good idea. Let me see if I can find a plug of some sort. But hey, the Elegoo Saturn, the toolkit come with the right port. So I'm just gonna use that. Maybe I should put some background music on or something.
You can hear me. You just can't hear.
This is so short. So short. Let's see. Same as Ender or CR. Yeah, that's a plug for Australia. Okay. Good point. Let me see. Okay, so I need to plug this to the printer into my plug. Give me a sec. Let me see if I can find an extension cord. And luckily, I have an extension cord. Maybe I actually foresee this gonna happen. Actually, no, I'm just kidding. This is actually for my other printer over there, but it's handy to actually have an extension cord. Let's see. Okay, you know what? Marcel asked me to rejoin, so I'm gonna do that. So I am going to close out just give me 1 minute, guys. I'm gonna close out my screen.
We'll hopefully get him back in here with better audio. Hopefully, guys. We're just going to do a quick rejoin, and hopefully that'll fix the audio issues we're having. If not, we'll just keep doing what we were doing. But I appreciate everybody coming in and hanging out and checking out the unboxing. So, yeah. If you guys have any questions or want to jump in, let me know.
Hey, Marcel.
Hey, can you hear me now?
I still can't hear you.
Still can't hear me. What the fuck?
You can hear me, right?
I can hear you perfectly.
Yeah, for some reason I can't hear you. Can everybody hear Marcel? Just curious.
I haven't left yet, so they should be able to still hear me.
Hello, Mika Steve. Okay, sure. Yeah, it's unfortunate we can't. Oh, okay. For some reason, I just can't hear Marcel. So, but I do check the chat regularly. So, yeah. But it'd be fun to chat with Marcel. I don't know why I can't hear Marcel. Let me check my audio. Maybe it's my audio. Good browser. Let's see. Yep. I think it could be my problem. Let me see if I can hear you. Yeah, I think it could be me. For some reason,
What about now? Can you hear me now?
I'm using like a wavelink. It comes with some software that they're provided. I think it muted the browser audio. Okay, so
Thanks, Dave.
yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna reply this in both Chinese and English. So Zhang Chao said like he heard resin printer has more smell to it, and it's more harmful,
Right. Fumes,
the
yeah.
fume.
Like
But
ABS.
so
Oh, I guess you can't hear me.
okay. So in Chinese it says 听说树枝味道比较大，还有毒性. Yeah, so I agree. Yes. So I mean it is somewhat harmful because like resin is never good for you. So you should always wear a respirator whenever you use resin. So Zhang Chao, 我会戴面具的，你放心。I'm gonna plug this in. Can be harmful, but yeah. Okay. So I plugged it in. Let's see. Mic. Yeah. For some reason, my browser audio, it's not
Still can't hear me, eh?
it's not showing anything.
That's weird.
StreamYard. I wonder if I actually like turn off all my browser and turn it back on again, it might be better. So let me do that one more time or so. One more time. I'm gonna turn off all my browser.
Okay.
Turn that off.
It's strange. I've been doing this for a
Also
while.
turn
and
it
I've never
off.
used the audio like this. It's
And
pretty
then turn off.
my room is not very ventilated as much. I mean, I have a big window at the very end of my room that I use. But again, I print PLA. PLA does not have any harmful smells or type of odors that it gives off. It's very biodegradable material. It's basically made out of sugar cane in some cases. Not to that extent, but pretty much. And I print ABS in my Adventurer 3, and that's an enclosed printer. I have all the holes of it stuffed with rags even. There is no ventilation on that thing. That thing goes through a fan and filter in the back end. And I've actually put that thing through 2 filters already, printing ABS. And I think that was about 7 moles of ABS. But that's pretty steady printing. And yeah, so definitely having a fan that's built in with the filter that's built in, and exchanging that filter is definitely key to having a healthier and more efficient time with printers around you, especially if they're in your living area, right? So yeah, again, thanks for everybody coming in. Sorry about the audio issues. Hopefully this is going to fix it by the time he comes back in, and we'll continue on to part 2. So if you guys like what's going on, please hit the like and subscribe if you haven't been here before. And I appreciate everything, man. And I'm really happy everyone can come in here and check this out. And no matter what's going on here, we'll just go on without whatever's going on here. And hopefully it won't be too much longer, and we'll have it all figured out and everyone can enjoy it. But here's Henry. Again, we'll give this a try. Okay, you're muted. So can you hear me? You can unmute yourself, but I can't unmute you. You have to unmute yourself. You still can't hear me, though. I can't hear you right now because you're muted.
Okay.
There you go. I can hear you.
I'm
now.
back. So I think it's my problem that I cannot hear myself.
You can hear me?
Sorry, man. Sorry. No, my problem. Not yours. It's me.
You can hear me now?
It's me. Because, yeah. Let me see if I can remove input. And yeah, doing streaming is hard. It's not always, it's not that easy.
If you can't hear me,
Let me
just
see if
keep
I can
going.
play something. Get the audio back.
Hmm.
Let's see. Some music.
What are you doing?
Well,
That was loud.
screen output. Speaker. I'm just playing some jazz. You can hear it, right? Or
I can't hear.
no?
Yeah, there you go.
Maybe.
Oh, it's not copyright. You
You can probably hear the music.
hear me.
Let's see. It's okay. It's fine. I paused the music. Okay, cool. Okay, let's just keep going. All right. So pause the music. All right, so I'm gonna try to turn on the printer. Ooh. Yeah. All right. So it has three.
Yeah, no worries, Tim. It's
Oh,
all
it's in
good.
Chinese.
Figure it out, man. Thanks for coming in, buddy.
Yeah, you can just Marcel, just tell me whatever in the chat. Like, I try to pay attention to the chat as well. So, let me move my keyboard away. Okay. I think that is system, that is print, and that's tool. Touchscreen, it's pretty nice. English. There you go, English. See, that's the benefit of actually knowing Chinese. And you actually like understand what the heck the menu is saying. Okay, cool. And then what else can I show you? Tool, print, calibrate, clean that. Next. Okay. So stop, clean that, manual, up and down. Like, so to be honest, like I have never ever used a resin printer before. So your guess is as good as mine in terms of actually how to like set this up. So that's why I should spend some time actually reading the manual, which is right here. Great.
All right. Can you hear me
So I
now?
can actually move this up and down.
Still can't hear me.
It's a very loud beep.
Wow.
Let's see. I'm gonna leave and come back on so you can charge for a minute. Okay, sounds good.
I'm already here.
Oh, nice.
Is he having delay too?
There's
Maybe
a
he's
fan
having
there.
I think he's got some issues.
Okay, so I think on the vat itself, there's a little sticker. A sticker. Like that little sticker there. Basically, it's saying... Basically, it's telling me I should remove the film before I start printing. So okay. So that's the vat. I've just removed the vat. Oh, nice. So like these little screws, it actually locks into the vat, so you can't lose it. But I say I would recommend people to actually, like, when they place the vat, place it vertically, so that you don't damage the back surface. Resin printer are starting to pique my interest now. Thanks, Tim. Okay, so so that is the film. Okay. I always love peeling film. Captive screws. Thanks, Don Fam. Yes, that is captive screw. Oh. Okay, I'll get like the perfect shot for this. Pristine. Okay, so I've removed the LCD protective film, and I am going to place it back. So what I really like about like these resin printer is it's already have like actual guards on the side that you can simply just have to place the vat on. It's going to perfectly align the vat every time. Or so I think it aligns. There you go. Okay. Okay, and then what I can do is, I think I had to calibrate it, but I can probably clean that. Oh, I see. So Marcel, so you were talking about what is this brush for? So I guess this brush is for actually like brushing off any dust on the either on the LCD, or yeah, I think or the vat. So probably on the LCD. Like when I remove the vat, there's the LCD screen. You use that to actually brush it off. So yeah. And then there's a feature here. A clean vat feature. If I click on that and there's like 15 seconds, it's gonna turn on the LCD to clear any unclear resin.
Thanks,
Let me see if I
Don
can
Fam.
do top view for everybody. Top view. Come on, top. Okay, so that is top view. And then I'm going to try to press on. Give me a second. I can't see. There. It's cool. Maybe I turn off the light. Be better, easier. So yeah, you can actually set however many seconds you want, like 5 seconds, 15 seconds, 16 seconds, just to cure the resin. And then afterwards, you can use like a scraper, I guess, to scrape it off. So nice. So, okay. I guess done. I'm going to, let's get back to side view. I think the next thing, it should be calibrating the first layer. Level the platform. So it says here, the printing platform has been leveled in the factory. If it needed leveling due to transportation and other reason, please follow the steps. So first, raise the platform and loosen the rubber screws and remove the vat. Great. I guess I will have to remove it to install the build platform. And then I have to raise it. Go to manual. So I need to raise the plate sufficient high enough so that I can install the platform. Mm-hmm. And then maybe I'll focus on that. All right. Okay. It's pretty easy. You simply just slide it in, turn the knob. A lot of people actually say like resin printer is fairly easy to set up compared to FDM. Like there's not a lot of like parameter that you have to deal with, because for 3D printing, for FDM, you have to worry about retraction, feed, like how fast, and then E-step and all that. But for resin, you simply just have to know about exposure time. Calibrating the first layer is relatively easy, but I've never done it before, so I'm reading the manual myself. Basically, yeah, just like the exposure time and two other parameter, and you're pretty much set. But having said that, cleanup, it's a whole different story. It's way more difficult, a more involved process in terms of cleaning up all the resin. You gotta wash everything, wash the vat, wash the build platform, and then some people even buy like a curing station to do so. I don't have one myself, but maybe eventually I'll invest in one. So yeah. Let's see, what do I have to do next? Level the platform. Usually, like they give you a piece of paper or something. I'm just curious. Do I have that piece of paper, or a piece of paper? Maybe I can use the invitation card to level the bed. Who knows? Maybe that will work.
The invitation card.
Let's see. If the platform do not click. Oh, I actually have to loosen the screw. Okay. Maybe I have to loosen the screws. I would have to stand at the truck to stop race. Fun, haha, lol. It's not the right one.
With that kind of printer, you can do stuff like this, where your detail becomes super, super small, and you can print the craziest, coolest stuff without support material at all.
Nice print there, Marcel.
That's a little pirate guy. That kind of stuff, you can even do better quality with that printer. So that's a big reason to jump on the resin printer board.
They should make the protective film the same thickness as the vat so we could level it. I mean, that's not a bad idea, non-fan. In fact, like if they do that, then it can also protect the screen. But the one thing I'm curious though is if they actually have a protective film, it has to be like super clear, because otherwise it might like prevent the UV light from going through to the film. Because imagine you have a protective film, you have to go through the protective film and the FVP sheet. So that might affect the exposure time a little bit.
Right.
So
True.
maybe that's a good idea, but someone should investigate more. I put it doesn't look too level to me.
No, yeah,
Even though it says it has been level.
yeah, it's not even level from here. I can see it, but
I'm just doing a visual inspection here. It seems like this side is slightly higher than the other side, so maybe I should manual level it. I'll raise it.
kind
So I
of.
calibrate. It's almost just like a 3D printer. Note him, to calibrate, it's not like a 3D printer. Like calibrating a 3D printer, bye Dave. So to calibrate a 3D printer, like you have to make sure. Let me see if I can do like, okay. So let me just use a CR6 as an example. Like to calibrate a 3D printer like CR6, you have to make sure like the bed is it's level, right? It has to be flat. So that's one parameter. But that's why like
Sometimes
for
I forget,
normal 3D printing, like people always fuss about like you have to get
I'm
like,
hoping maybe
perfect
one
first layer.
camera
And
actually.
that is true because you have to get the first layer to stick. So therefore, that's why it's really important to do bed leveling. So that's one thing. And then the other thing is you have to make sure the motor, like each motor is traveling in its actual desire. Oh, say, I'll give an example. If you tell the motor travel 10 millimeter, so it has to actual travel 10 millimeter. Sometimes certain parameter is not set correctly. You tell it to travel 10 millimeter, but then at the end it only travel 8 or 11 or more. So therefore your print will actually be either bigger or smaller or not accurate. So you have to calibrate the steps. And then the other thing is like in the firmware, you might have to set like acceleration or how fast certain things move. But usually those already like have profiles already or firmware already pre-set up for you, so you don't have to worry too much. But sometimes you might have to do so. And then the other thing is, so you have to worry about the filament, right? Like whether the filament is a good filament, whether if there's too much moisture in there, then it's gonna pop. It's not gonna print properly. Then sometime you have to worry about the temperature where the filament is printing. If it's too hot, it's gonna be stringy. If it's too low, then it's not gonna extrude properly.
Right.
And then what else? And also you have to consider whether the gantry is level. And there's many other things. Like those are just like a few things that I thought on top of my head. But since we have a 3D printer, I mean, I'm pretty sure you also know. Or also Marcel, right? I mean, there's so much other small parameters that you have to kind of fuss when you're dealing with 3D printer. But I say a lot of the profile these days and a lot of printer already come pretty well calibrated, so you don't have to really spend so much time in tuning it unless you really want to. Like if you're, for someone who's not super picky, you just want to print a normal figure, not like mechanical part that need to be precisely joined together. You know, it's the printer doesn't have to be super calibrated unless you're printing like functional parts, like the droids, right? So you know the droids, it has like joints from the hands. So like the printer has to be fairly well calibrated.
These are no support materials.
So otherwise, like the joint might get stuck together or things like that, then it's not going to be good. And by the way, that's a very nice print. So, yes. So yeah. Hope that answered your question. Wow, nice.
Many more.
Nice color. Yeah. I'm just loosening the nuts on the build platform so that when it goes down, it's gonna level itself.
Yeah.
Like I don't think I'm gonna like pour resin into and do a first print in this live stream, because I think I still have to read some more in terms of calibration so that I don't mess things up. But maybe like I think Marcel it's also gonna do a live stream on Friday. So maybe if I figure things out, I'll go on again and see how the first print look, and and do a print setup and things like that.
That'll actually be on Saturday.
But for now, I'm just gonna level the.
I'll mention that to him later. But Friday, Saturday will be the day I'll be doing a stream on this channel again. Where Friday is actually my FPV channel, where I'm doing a big giveaway for FPV parts. If you guys want to come in and check that out, feel free. Again, I'll let Henry know.
Marcel, I just realized you can actually call me, and then I can have you on my speakerphone because I can't hear you. There you go. So it's very simple. I just put a piece of paper on the first between the build plate and this LCD screen, and I press home. So once it goes down because the fact that I've loosened the screw, so this is gonna auto level itself. And now I just have to simply tighten back up. And then I'm done. I'm pretty sure like within an hour or two, I can probably get something going. But I don't want to get people just to sit here and wait for me. So
Why not? They do it on other channels.
there you go.
Why not? Just give it one.
There you go. Calibrated. So it's that
Boom.
simple. And the next thing is basically
You want to see the first
I'm gonna
print?
put the vat back,
If you want to see the first print,
Um,
type it in the chat.
pour some resin in, and technically plug in the USB, and you can.
You will stay here as long as you want. If you want us
I'm
to
very
see
tempted
the
to do
first
so.
print, let us know in the chat.
Let's see. Maybe I should give Marcel you a call.
I don't know if this is going to be a good idea.
Okay.
I don't know if that's going to be a good idea.
That's a bad idea.
It's a bad idea.
That's a bad idea. Is it a bad idea? Yeah, that's. Yeah, that. Never mind. That's a bad idea. Okay. I just cut it off. So I thought I can just call Marcel over the phone, and then so I'll get audio that way.
Too much audio reflection.
So yeah, well, it's kind of dirty, so I might clean it with some isopropyl alcohol. Feedback, yes, feedback. So always clean your vat with isopropyl alcohol and microfiber too. Microfiber. So wow. I'm like gently just cleaning the vat. Very gently. With some alcohol. Thanks, Tim. Okay, I'm gonna put the vat back. I'm trying to get the screw to bite. Oh. True, we could put headphone. I mean, I do have my headphone, so. True.
I'm not sure which one you mean, bro. Can you message me on Facebook Messenger, and then I'll yeah, whatever it is.
Okay, I'm gonna
I forget, man.
home it again.
We'll just keep doing it like this
We-
because we can hear me
won't
and
be any-
you can hear him, and it's all good.
Can move my camera closer.
If it was a hangout stream, we would totally fix it, but I only think we have like another hour of this and nothing yet really kind of thing. So
Looks good. Looks good. So
thanks for coming in.
I think it's good. And then let me see if there's anything else in leveling. Locking screw. Pretty sure I have to level it with the with a piece of paper. Unless somebody can tell me I'm wrong. That's what I did. Because according to the instruction here, I don't need to. But
Okay, message me on Messenger. I don't know, man. I have no idea what you're talking about. But too many prints. Silver? I don't know.
Okay. Then
Nothing. I was just playing with the silver stuff.
Well, let's see. Yeah, I don't know if somebody can tell me because in a lot of the instructions on the internet, a lot of people always have a piece of paper and then you lower it and then you level the plate and then you raise it back up, insert the vat. But in the Creality menu, it seems like it's missing the part where it tells me I have to place a piece of paper when I level the platform. So I don't know. But other than that, I can technically pour some resin in there. Do it. Yeah, I agree with you. Just like FDM. Well, let's try it. What the heck? Who knows? I mean, what's the worst thing that will happen? Fail print, and I just have to clean the vat. It's all a learning experience. Okay. Cool. Oh, you know, there's one thing I really like about the vat. I mean, I don't know about the Saturn, but for the Creality one, it has. Do you see that? It has like level. So it tells you like the lowest bar here, it's like 140 milliliter. The next one is 170, and then 225 and 285. That's actually a pretty decent, you know. Okay. Well, let me double check if the USB here actually have a pre-sliced file. So if it does, then I can simply just press go and try to print something. If not, then I would have to actually slice it, and that will take longer. So if it's the latter case, I'm probably just going to call it. Plug it in.
Yeah, it's a silk green. It's this guy here. He's talking about. This is definitely not silver. This is a silk green from CC Tree, and he is called the Pit Droid. And you can download him from Thingiverse by typing in Pit Droid, and yeah, it's like the first one there.
this. You know what? I'm just gonna open it in my computer and do a quick check. Okay. Oh. So it does. But it's in Chinese, so I gotta switch it back. I don't think it when it's in English, it doesn't read the Chinese in the USB properly. So okay, I'll switch it back to Chinese then. And then so there you go. So it does have test prints in there. So yeah. Just Google Translate. Funny, I don't think I need to Google Translate. So as long as the system can actually translate it, that's good. Probably silk blue. Nothing show. That's why I ask. Okay. Okay. So I wonder what resin. Let me see if I can just activate and see what will happen. Okay, it's an Eiffel Tower. Great. What do I do? Oh. I'm just gonna dry run it and see what happens. It's lowering, it's lowering. Interesting. Oh, interesting. I guess it's printing the base, but I can't actually see it, so. Oh. Oh. Okay. Very interesting. Okay. So maybe I should stop this for now. Fascinating. Okay, cool. So I think I would have to, before I just pour resin in there, I would have to investigate which resin to actually use and see. Yeah. So Marcel, I think I'm gonna, how long did it take you to print the pit droid? Oh, that's a question for you. That's a long time. So, so Marcel and everybody, I think I'm gonna just call it a night. I'm gonna do more investigate in terms of like the type of resin I'm gonna use. I have a few sitting out there. I have like the Soraya Tech Fast, Soraya Tech Tough, and then a few washable. I need to investigate which one I should use for this particular printer and the exposure time and things like that. So maybe I'll report back in later stream and show you guys the result. So I feel like it's better for me to just do a little bit more research before I just dunk resin in there and just start printing. So
Yeah.
that would be more educated approach. But thank you. So maybe next time I'll also do like a print on the Saturn as well as the ld002h once I get a better handle on how the printing process works. Then I can give you guys like a full rundown in terms of how set up the print and then how to clean the print and all. So maybe in coming days or weeks. So yeah. Thanks guys. So yeah. Next time we will do connect before stream and make sure things are set up good. Yes, for sure. All right. So that's it.
That's it.
Bye everyone.
Awesome. Thank you, Henry. Appreciate you coming
See ya.
in. Right on. So thanks everybody coming in. Again, sorry about the audio issues that we had today. We kind of just threw it together there, and hopefully you guys got some information to figure out some knowledge about some resin printers. I know I definitely took away some knowledge. I'd like to thank Henry for coming in. Hopefully you can hear me still. I really appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out and sitting for the duration of the 2 hours. We'll hopefully be doing a stream part 2 later on next week or sometime, and we'll be doing some printing with them, and hopefully you guys can check that out too. All right, thanks guys coming in, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.